One of the things we're trying to figure out, which is the economic question, is the question of coordination. Millions of people individually making individual decisions. How does all of this work out? How does somebody know that I want to buy milk and make sure that milk is supplied to Rite Aid at the right time so that when I go there, the milk is there and I can buy it at that price? And the answer is the coordination is done through the institution of markets. And we need to therefore understand how that works. Our understanding is that this is an institution that will end up coordinating decisions between two groups of people, consumers and producers, who actually do not know each other. And this is quite crucial. When I go into the market, I mean, even if I'm political and I say I want to make sure my stuff is not produced by child labor and so on, when I go to the market, I don't actually have huge conversation with the person checking out my stuff about where the milk bottle I bought was produced. I don't go to them and say, here's a gallon of milk. Where did this come from? Nor, as it turns out, do I negotiate them about prices. I don't go to them and say, oh, there's a price mark here of $3. I'll pay you $2 for it. How many of you have done that? Gone to Rite Aid or Safeway and say, I'll only pay you $2 for your milk. That doesn't happen. What happens instead is millions of us, no matter what we think about things, we show up. We look at prices and we make a decision. So the first thing we're going to say is the ordinary everyday consumer is somebody who makes consumption decisions by looking at prices and deciding how much to buy. In other words, what we're saying is the ordinary consumer decides what to buy. Q, quantity, demanded D, as a result of just looking at the prices. X just stands for the good. In this case, I'm maybe going to talk about milk. So quantity demanded of good X is a function of the price of good X. And then I'm going to add this sentence here, ceteris paribus. And that just means other things equal. What this means is, of course, I know how much milk I buy. Depends on a lot of things beyond the price of milk. I read the newspaper and it says, don't buy milk. It's going to give cholesterol and you're aging. Or I look something else and it says, milk, bovine growth hormone. Be real careful. It's terrible. Or sometimes I see something that says, milk, it does the body good. Have you got your milk mustache? Calcium. All of these things, am I lactose intolerant? Do I love it? All of them affect how much milk I buy, of course. But I'm going to call that ceteris paribus, which means I'm just going to hold all that constant for now. So it's like saying, setting my stage, all of that constant. The main determinant of how much milk I buy will depend on the price of milk. I go into the market, I look at the price of milk, and I decide how much to buy. So quantity demanded is a function of the price of milk.